Well, hello there. This is Yolanda Rose. I am a digital marketer and I help business owners like yourself generate leads and sales online. And this is my show. It's the Digital Marketing Master Show, where every week I give you tips, strategies, and tools that you can use to grow your business online almost immediately. This is episode 37. We've been going for quite a while now, and every week we try to give you these various tools and strategies that you can use in all formats of social media to grow your online footprint, thereby generating leads and sales online. And if you missed our show last week, we gave you a brief introduction about the Stories platform on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And today we're taking it a bit further. We're delving into Instagram story ads. So what we love most about stories is that they're immersive. In fact, 73% of people in the United States agree that stories enable them to experience new things outside of their everyday lives. And people also view stories as being authentic, as it helps them feel closer and more up to date with their friends. There are over 500 million users of stories, and each of the three story experiences on Facebook and Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, more than 500 million people use them every single day. There are 3 million advertisers currently using story ads every single month. And I hope that you're one of the 3 million. And if not, by the end of this episode, I hope that you choose to advertise on the Stories platform. And there are 1 billion stories shared every day across the Facebook family of apps. So why do stories work for business? Well, 58% of people say that they've become more interested in a brand or product after seeing them in the Stories platform. Facebook asked a couple of people on what actions they have taken after seeing a product or service in a story. 58% of those people have said they have browsed the brand's website to get more information. 1 in 2 have visited the websites where they could buy it, and 31% have gone to a shop to have a look. So it's a very action-driven platform that you want to be advertising on. And if you really want to send your stories into steroid mode, you got to be hitting that ads platform. The ads can appear in Messenger stories as well. So between the organic stories, similar to those used across Facebook stories and Instagram stories, advertisers can use Messenger story placements to increase the reach of their Instagram stories and Facebook stories campaign. So this is like a third leg from Instagram stories and Facebook stories right here, because it actually gets you into somebody's cell phone, more like an SMS type feature. So there's an added platform right there. And all of this happens in the ads manager portion. We'll get back to that in a little while. So the story ads are full screen images. They can be images, videos, even carousel ads that appear between stories on Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. Unlike organic stories, story ads do not appear after 24 hours. And you can use the ads manager or the Instagram and Facebook boost post to run the story ads. But in Messenger and the ad messenger, you either choose automatic placements or select the stories placements manually using the edit placements section of the ads manager. So how to really get the creatives flowing for the stories platform is one, you want the look and feel of the ad to be authentic. You want to keep attention with speed. Remember, people consume story content much faster than other formats. And I recommend that you create these ads that use speed as a creative element to keep the attention of your audience. So enhance your stories with sound. I find that stories that have voiceovers or even music compared to ads without sound, they get me more, they get more of my attention. So use the audio to really enhance your message in the story ads platform. Also experiment with stickers. Stickers are fun, they're easy, they draw attention to whatever it is you want, where you want the person's eye to flow on your image or on your video. So use the stickers to get people's attention. Also try and experiment with the text overlays. So when you use text overlays in stories, consider carefully what method works best for your creative. Use a text to emphasize key messages or call to action, but keep your focus on just one point. Remember that we only have 15 seconds in these ads. So you need to really squeeze the juice out of these ads, especially in those first 3 seconds. You want to get somebody's attention to allow them to stay for that 15 seconds. So you're fighting for their attention from the word go. Also start branding your stuff as well. You want people to be familiar with your brand, with your logo, with your catchphrases. So put your key messages in the beginning and the end of your product. Put your brand logo, your brand elements at the start of your creative. So especially if you're just starting out, you want to get your branding in place. Be consistent with placing your logo on your creatives. Also consider your objective. Your ad will perform better if you design your creative around your objective. So if you use a brand objective, focus on your ad on people. If you use a conversion objective, focus on products. Also, try to experiment with your call to action. CTA's drive you is to take action on your ad. So emphasize what action that you require your audience to take, such as swipe up or shop here or learn more. Be deliberate with your call to action. I found that with my story ads, the short scenes perform far better than the slow sequences or the slow long sequences. So use fast-paced narratives that are quick to get to the point and easier for the viewers to consume. Also mix it up, mix the formats up, a mix of video, mix of images, different kinds of assets, text overlays, mix it up, make it engaging, make it stand out. So how do you use the story templates for Instagram? Well, the story templates automatically transform your image into an attention-grabbing vertical ad for Instagram stories. So this means that you can reach your audience on Instagram stories without making that huge time investment and effort into designing some custom high-tech ad. The story templates are easy to use. They're already in a vertical aspect ratio, which is more engaging as your ad covers the whole upright mobile screen. So the whole screen is taken up on the story ad. So there's no distractions. If somebody's staring at the screen, you got them for 15 seconds. So you got to make those initial seconds count. So the story templates also add movement. This can be eye-catching in fast-moving story environment. So the story templates are available for traffic. So if you want to generate traffic from your story ads, for app installs and the conversion objectives. So if you want to use those story templates, you got to use one of those three objectives: traffic, app and installs, or conversions. So at this stage, when you want to use the templates, you got to go into your usual ads manager that's on the Facebook platform. You create your image ad at the ad level, and you also customize your ad by placement, and then select Instagram stories. And then when you do that, a pop-up will open. You can also reach the pop-up by choosing the edit button above the ad preview. So change the template, choose the template that you want to change to, and then you can preview your ad on the right. So customize the image for this placement. Use your upload. You want to have those vertical images with the height and width dimensions of vertical. At this point, you can't really mix your formats. So if you choose an image as your default ad, you can only change the asset to another image. Use text in your ads, such as the headline. Customize the headline for this kind of story ad placement. Stories work well when they have really short copy. So if you use fonts and background colors, make sure you can still read the text. You can also be creative with the background color as well. So try solid or a gradient background. You can use the little wand tool to automatically choose a compatible background color that is most prominent in your brand design. And also the music, like we spoke about. At the stage, you want to be more engaging, as many people watch their stories with sound on. So get royalty-free music clips. Choose all moods at the top. Then you can choose a mood from the drop-down menu, and then a clip. Then experiment by watching a preview with sound on, and then you are ready to save. So review the designs for each placement alongside each other. Edit each design as you feel necessary for it to meet your creative, and confirm your ad when you are ready. You can also promote an Instagram ad on your stories by going to your profile, selecting the picture to access your story, and at the bottom of the story image you can click the promote tab. But I prefer that you go into the ads manager. You have so much more control over what you can do and the edits and things that you can make. So while you're creating your Instagram story ad in the ads manager, you can just select, when it comes to the edit placements button, you can select for the exact same story to be placed on your business page stories as well. Other than the actual Facebook page story ads, in the placement section, you can also select messenger story ads. So with just a couple of clicks, you can cover all platforms, just like how you do regular Facebook ads. So when you do create your Instagram story ads, you can select for this exact same ad to be placed in Facebook stories and also into Facebook Messenger stories. One of the really cool things I like about Instagram story ads is carousel ads. Now, this is very unique, so pay close attention to this one. So, a carousel ad format is available and used with Instagram stories placement. Now, depending on your ad creative and the placements you select, there are two types of Instagram story carousel solutions. Firstly, there's the expandable story solution. This solution allows for the non 9 to 16 creative to be displayed on Instagram stories, and you can display up to 10 cards at this point. The first card is displayed to people with a call to action to keep watching. So once the viewer clicks the call to action, the remaining cards will unfold. This solution is available for other placements. So that first card that you put up, it really has to be wow. It has to be engaging. It really has to grab your audience's attention. And the second type of carousel ad that you can have is the native story carousel. This solution will play 3 cards automatically without prompting the viewer for an action. So to use this solution, you must use the 9 to 16 creative dimension, and you have to select Instagram stories as the only placement for your ads. So you can't do this on Facebook Messenger or Facebook story ads. You have to only click Instagram stories as the only placement for your ads. For example, if you select automatic placements for your campaign and you use a non 9 to 16 image, the videos as part of your ad creative, your carousel ads will render in the prompted carousel format. So at this time, the carousel solution for your Instagram stories will be determined by the type of creative assets and placements that you choose. So one of the nicest things about the carousel ad is you don't get charged for the other 2 placements. Remember, with the native story carousel, you get the 3 cards, but you're only ever charged for that first card, and the other 2 are like a bonus. And it's the same with the expandable stories. You're only charged for that 1 card, and the other 9 are a bonus. So this is really a cost-effective measure. If you have a longer story to tell, you can easily use the carousel, either one of the 2 carousel ad options in the Instagram stories feature. So some best practices for Instagram story ads. Do something that demands that your customers watch immediately. So if your user clicks away from your story ad, that's it, it's gone. Make it so that they don't want to miss it. Whatever it is that you're promoting on your story ads, it's essential to use that content to grab the user's attention immediately, and that content needs to be incredibly memorable. So even if they save it or if they click away, they know they're never going to get this opportunity again. So do something that demands the customer's immediate attention. Also use video. Actually, for all of my stories these days, I'm always using video. It's so powerful in Instagram stories. It gives you more time on the user screen, and it gives you more room to get your point across. 15 seconds is better than 5 after all. And also add your branding and your logo to the video, because you have to make a significant impression in a very short amount of time. So maybe they're not listening to the words, but you want to get them familiar with your logo. So when they see something, when you're retargeting and that logo pops up in front of them, they can relate to something that they saw on your Instagram stories. You want to help them with the brand recognition. and this allows your users to seek you out, even if they don't. If they're not ready to buy right now, they remember that brand, they remember the logo, they remember what you're into. So always try to be branding your stuff. So that's it for Instagram stories this week, and we'll chat to you next week on the Digital Marketing Masters podcast.